if I wanted to, I'm just going to show you what it could look like. If I wanted to have Tuesday work, and I would schedule it out because I wouldn't want students to see it and I still need to put assignments in there, I can drag and drop it under week 1 and just see how clean this looks when you have, when you have all of your assignments as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I think it looks so clean and easy for students. It's very obvious. Okay, if I click into Wednesday, here's all my Wednesday work. Monday, here's all my work I need to do today. And this is how I would do it for my littles in elementary. Now, if I were in middle school, then maybe I would want to create a topic here. Like I was saying, Civil War. Maybe I want to create another topic, say that I'm teaching the Outsiders. So here are some examples of what I would do as a teacher if I'm creating material. Say that I have a PDF of the Outsiders. Here I'm going to post chapters 1 through 3. And then I'm going to upload the PDF, post that under the Outsiders. Then what I could also do is create a quiz assignment where I say, and it's automatically going to create a form for me, or I can just go ahead and link my own right here to a Google form that I already have created. But what I can do is call this chapters 1 through 3 quiz. And then it's all very streamlined and looking very organized in here. So students know, okay, I'm working on my Outsiders work. I need to go to that topic. If it's the Civil War, maybe you have different wars listed as material depending on how you want to teach it. But I think that this is just a very clean way to organize your Google Classroom. Now, pretty much the final thing for me to go over is I went over the settings for all of Google Classroom, but if you want to see at the class level your settings here, in the top right, here's your Google Meet link. So it's automatically going to open up Google Meet for us, which I'm not going to use right now. If we click on the calendar, it's automatically going to open up Google Calendar for students. The Google Classroom class drive will open up for students. It automatically saves all of their assignments that were done within Google so that they can go back and access them. And here we have our class settings, so we can go ahead and toggle any of those general settings so we can manage the invite codes. Here's the link, the class code. Again, hiding notifications. Here we can have students can post and comment, students can only comment, only teachers can post or comment, which again, this comes with class expectations and classroom management. I would want students to be able to post and comment just because if there is a technical issue or a problem or a legitimate question, it is beneficial for all students to be able to see that. So it just comes down to having a conversation with your students. Like, we don't want to use and abuse this. We want to make sure we're only asking really important questions. Otherwise, let's not comment because it will shift everything on the stream down. So if you're posting important information and students are posting, it's going to shove yours to the bottom. So we want to make sure students aren't just commenting and it's a distraction in general. Here's the classroom link. We can make it visible or invisible to students. And grading, we can decide if we want to have an overall grade by weight or by points. And we can show students their grade. We can also have grade categories. So if you are elementary and you want to have math, reading, science, writing, all of those, you can do that as well. I know that most districts are using Synergy or another form of gradebook, so it might not be totally necessary. You might just be doing double the work for yourself, but if you are very type A and want to have all your grades there, this could be great. Also, I know that there is the ability, once you do have students in your classroom, let me see here. Once there are students in the classroom, you're going to be able to add an email, and I would add my students' parents' emails so that way they can see what their kids are working on in school. So as we can see, after I posted assignments here on the stream, we can see all of these new notifications that are going to pop up for students. I could also decide to give an announcement, like I said earlier, where I can post it to my students in my class and say, hey, today we're going to be working on this. Hope you have a great day. Maybe I have a substitute that day. I can still send them a little message like, hey, everybody, Today, all of your work is going to be here in Google Classroom. I'll be back tomorrow. If you really just want to shout out some information real quick, I know there were times where I just needed to get a link to students, so I would just post it in the stream for them, or maybe like an external link to a Kami assignment, or maybe it was to a Newsela article or Edpuzzle, whatever it was. You can do it by link here, upload a file, have a YouTube video or something from Google Drive. But again, you can always just post it in classwork as material. So I'm going to cancel that. Another useful tip of what to do for classwork is if I am an elementary school teacher, something that I used to do for my students was multiplication, I would create topics that had resources for students if they ever had free time or needed more help in certain areas. And I would kind of drag it to the bottom of my Google Classroom so they knew to go down here if they needed help. But I would include fun YouTube videos about multiplication. I would include extra PDFs about multiplication and just anything that I thought would be helpful for students. That way, students can always go back and be practicing if they ever have free time in class. You could also upload science videos. You could upload short stories for them to be reading, just always supplemental resources for them to work on if they ever do have free time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this tutorial was able to help walk you through Google Classroom and get a better understanding. Make sure to leave a comment if you have a question, and I'll make sure to respond to you. I hope that you guys all have an amazing school year. Trust me, I know more than anybody else. Teachers have the most thankless job in the world. So from me to you, thank you so much for all that you do for our students. And hopefully this is a resource that will help make your life a little bit easier in the world of education. So if this was helpful, make sure to like and comment, subscribe. Let me know how else I could help you out with any other tech tutorials. But hopefully this helps you to create your own Google Classroom, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful school year. Happy back to school, and I will see you all on my next video. Bye, guys.